Yes, the famous viral jelly gouache. Today we're gonna put it to the test and find out if this paint is actually any good. Spoiler alert, the answer will probably surprise you. But you will also get to see a completely new artistic side of me that you probably have never seen before. And to top it all off, I will be giving away the painting that I'm creating in this video. If you want to find out what you have to do for a chance to get it, well, just keep watching. There is hardly a week where I don't see at least one video featuring this unique set of paints in my YouTube recommendations. And every time I see one, I can't help but wonder if it just looks good or if it is actually any good. Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to try it out myself. Now, one thing I have to mention before anything else is this. I have no clue why everyone is calling this paint jelly gouache. It has nothing to do with jelly whatsoever. Maybe some of the people reviewing have never seen this kind of paint before in their life, or maybe if you look at it from the right angle, I don't know. To me, this honestly looks and feels just like every other gouache paint I've ever used. Just that it's in a cup, which is already the biggest difference between these paints and other gouache paints. This so-called jelly gouache or himi gouache comes in these small cups that you have to open individually, and once you've done that, you end up with a colorful palette that lets you instantly see and access your paints. We'll get to whether or not this is a good idea in a bit. Now, I'm not exactly known for my gouache paintings, but here's something only very few people know about me. Gouache is actually one of my favorite painting mediums. Whenever I can find the time to paint something for myself, I like to bring out my gouache paints. The paintings that I create with gouache are very different from my other paintings though. They are small and often feature characters or designs from my favorite childhood cartoons, my favorite video games, TV shows, etc. Basically, they are light-hearted and fun. Because to me, that's what gouache painting is. It's simple, straightforward, and above all, it's fun. But the greatest thing about gouache paint, hands down, is that it's super clean and incredibly simple. You don't need any painting mediums or additives, no specially prepared painting surface. You just need paint, water, and a piece of paper, and you're basically good to go. It's easy to clean, easy to set up, and even if you leave your brushes dirty, you can still wash out the paint even weeks after it's dried. For everyone who doesn't know, gouache paint is basically opaque watercolor paint. You thin it down with water if you want to create transparent layers, and if you want opaque paint, you just use it straight from the tube. Or, in this case, the cup. For me, good gouache paint usually only has to do two things. The paint has to be vibrant, and it has to be opaque. And the more vibrant and opaque the paint is, the better. Which I have to say, after a quick test, I could immediately tell that this paint is both. The himi gouache set that I have here comes with a decent amount of colors, although if you want to have some of the more vibrant and unique colors, you probably will have to go with a bigger set. Painting with gouache paint is kind of an interesting experience. It's much more versatile than watercolor paint, but you can't really use it like oil or acrylic paint. Gouache paint dries in a matter of minutes, which makes painting transitions and smooth gradients next to impossible if you're not very experienced. But then you also have the fact that gouache paint looks completely different when you're painting compared to when the paint is dry. The dried paint is very matte and it reflects the light completely different from wet paint, which honestly can make the painting process a huge pain in the butt. You never really know what you're going to get once the paint is dry. At least if you don't have the experience and haven't done it like 100 times before. Now, if you're wondering what the hell I'm painting here, rightfully so, right before I started this painting session, Noni and I opened a whole bunch of Japanese artisanal snacks that we got from this video's sponsor Bokksu. So, opening all these Japanese treats kinda inspired me to paint one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite Japanese animation studios. Cat Boss from Studio Ghibli's famous movie My Neighbor Totoro. Fun fact, I actually learned a bit of Japanese in school for a few years. Shout out to Nakajima-sensei. It's not every day that I'm this excited about something, but I have to say, Bokksu has done it. The love and care put into it is just fantastic. With every box of authentic Japanese snacks from local traditional businesses, you even get a booklet with information on every included item. And it's a lot, from chocolate-infused strawberries to sour plum potato sticks. There's something for every taste. And not only is it a wonderful snack subscription, but it's actually a perfect gift for the holiday season for anyone who likes Japanese snacks and culture. And since Bokksu is having a giveaway, you now also have a chance of winning free tickets to Japan. Bokksu will be picking 5 winners from anyone who is subscribed before December 31st. So if you want a wonderfully crafted, authentic Japanese snack subscription and a chance to win free tickets to Japan, subscribe to Bokksu and use my code to get 10% off. Don't miss out on this opportunity. It is available for anyone who subscribes until December the 31st, and most importantly, as you can see, Noni approves. Now, getting back to the gouache painting and the paint, the thing I noticed within the first minutes after using the jelly gouache palette is that if you use it as I assume it is intended, which is to pick the paint directly out of the cups, you're going to run into a problem very soon. Going from one cup with your brush to another inevitably creates a huge mess because you're constantly cross-contaminating your paint. Not a big deal if you do it only once or twice, but if you do it for the entire painting process, you have nothing but a bunch of muddy colors by the time you are finished with the painting. But the solution is pretty simple. You take some of the paint out and put it on a separate palette, which is totally fine, but it kinda defeats the whole purpose of putting the paint into cups in the first place. By the way, if you would like to see the complete painting process for this painting and how I use gouache paint, I suggest you head over to Patreon for a real-time video that shows you the complete process from start to finish. Now, remember when I said that I'll be giving this painting away? Well, here's what you gotta do. It is as easy as liking the video and commenting down below with a caption for the painting. Simple as that. Best/funniest caption based on likes and upvotes wins. I will announce the winner at the end of the week in a community post and in a comment down below. And now we come to, by far, my favorite thing about creating these small gouache paintings, which is the sweet, sweet moment where you peel off the tape and reap all the rewards of your hard work. Just I'll be honest, going into this, I genuinely thought that this paint set would be more or less useless. But I'm happy to say that I was wrong. Granted, I haven't had the chance to really make a long time test yet, but my first impression is very positive. It's good paint, it's good value for money, it covers nicely, and I gotta admit, it looks very nice. If you want to check it out for yourself, I have affiliate links to everything I've used in this video in the description down below. And with that, my friends, I wish you all a wonderful and inspiring day. See you in the next video, and yeah, have a good one.